But as I said, this is information coming in from Dhaka, so we have to wait and see whether, in what time this reaches to the Ministry of External Affairs through the High Commission of Bangladesh in New Delhi, and then, of course, a response.
Abhishek, do you see that the government India would extradite Sheikh Hasina if pressure builds from Bangladesh?
Well, for those who have watched this space closely, they would know that no, that the answer to that question is absolutely no. There is no question whatsoever of repatriating Sheikh Hasina in any manner. Till, as I said, there are assurances that there is no threat to her life, which is very real. Remember, the circumstances in which she was evacuated were such that had she stayed back for any reasons, it's possible that she might have been physically harmed. We saw how there was a storming of the residence of the Bangladeshi Prime Minister, and the manner in which the mob vandalized the place. In all likelihood, had Sheikh Hasina remained in that house, she would have been physically harmed. We don't know to what extent, and it would have been absolutely serious situation. And so she was evacuated in those circumstances, and she landed in New Delhi, and since then she has been a guest of India, and she is going to continue to remain so till the time, as I mentioned, there are changed circumstances on the ground in Dhaka, which might not be anytime soon. Remember, just a couple of days back, Kriti, we had Muhammad Yunus himself mentioning that the timeline for holding elections by which Bangladesh can have a representative government is flexible and might not be till at least end of next year, which means that for at least 1 year this puppet regime is going to be there, and it has not inspired confidence in India. The manner in which they are conducting themselves is absolutely against the interests of this larger relationship. Remember, just yesterday we had comments coming in from those associated with the Muhammad Yunus regime that the student protests were not organic; they were orchestrated. This was not the first time that those kind of comments had come in. That there was a planning and hence an element of conspiracy in deposing Sheikh Hasina and to dislodge the government, democratically elected government. And otherwise, also, we have seen pinpricks coming in from Dhaka as recently as December 16, when on the anniversary of the liberation of Bangladesh, we had comments.
All right, Abhishek, have lost your audio connection there, but let's go across to Kishle, who's also joining us live from Republic Bangla. Kishle, although we are expecting a statement from the government of India after this note has come from Bangladesh, but what kind of legal recourse can we expect from Sheikh Hasina and her team?
Well, exactly. Abhishek was explaining very clearly, our senior editor Abhishek Kapoor was explaining very clearly that it is out of question that India is going to do it right now after this verbal request has come from Bangladesh. But let us look at what's happening in Bangladesh. Awami League leaders are being killed every day. Their party offices are being burnt, and Awami League leaders have to flee for their lives in other countries. So if Sheikh Hasina returns, what will happen to her? The radical crowds, Islamist crowds might just kill her, attack her. That is the big concern. That is a big risk if Sheikh Hasina is returned to Bangladesh. Is a question that also all the sides, all the authorities now needs to think about. So whether legally it is needed to be whether there is a legal recourse or legal need to return Sheikh Hasina is a question at one hand. On the other hand, what will happen when she is returned? Because we have seen Awami League senior leaders are being hacked to their death. They are being murdered and openly brutalized. So what will happen to her if she's returned is a question that might prevent this whole process of returning Sheikh Hasina to Bangladesh. Is also something that the international experts are thinking about.
All right. Well, thank you, Kishle, for joining us and sharing those details with us. We'll also thank Senior Executive Editor Abhishek Kapoor for sharing that information with us, as Bangladesh is now seeking Sheikh Hasina's repatriation. But viewers, let's also tell you that amid the continued attacks on Hindu minorities in Bangladesh, another such incident has now surfaced with a decorated freedom fighter being humiliated in the Yunus-led country. Take a look at this report.
Amid the furor over alleged plans to drop the image of Bangladesh's founding president Sheikh Mujibur Rahman from currency notes, the interim Yunus regime stooped to a new low. Abdul Hai Kanu, one of the many celebrated heroes of Bangladesh's liberation struggle, was subjected to gross abuse and humiliation. A video clip went viral purportedly showing Kanu being publicly humiliated on a street in Bangladesh's Komila. The dramatic clip showed the recipient of the country's third highest gallantry award, Veer Pratik, being made to wear a garland of shoes by supporters of the radical Jamaat-e-Islami.
পুরা গ্রামের মানুষের কাছে মাপ চাইতে নেবেন নি আপনি একজন ঠিকই আছে
The alleged incident took place on December the 22nd. According to local reports, the decorated freedom fighter was forced to leave his area of residence in Komila by local Jamaat men led by Abdul Hashim. Muhammad Rahmatullah, the Upazila Nirbhai officer of Komila, said he saw the video on Facebook. He said while no formal complaint has been registered, a probe was underway into the incident. As a fresh controversy erupts over the insult to Bangladesh's liberation hero and the interim Yunus regime turns a blind eye, should the country take it lying down?
And with that, let's move on to news coming in connection to Telugu superstar ALU Arjun. Now, 6 people accused of vandalizing his house have been granted bail earlier today after being produced at a city court. Now, a political war of words has erupted where the fight is now between the Congress and AIM versus ALU Arjun. The BJP, of course, condemned the attack on the actor's house in Telangana, calling it unacceptable. Listen into how the BJP has reacted first.
Party Telangana condemns this kind of attack on the people, whether a celebrity or non-celebrity on that. We are very clear. No one should attack the house because there will be elder people, there will be children, there will be ladies on that. They will be working, they will be, doing something in that house, and going and then attacking is not acceptable. We condemn on that. As far as this specific episode is concerned, why the Congress party, Revanth Reddy's government is witch hunting the film personalities, whether it is Nagarjuna or whether it is Mohan Babu or whether it is ALU Arjun. This kind of episode will really make the people scary about living in Telangana. As we know that our Tollywood with great difficulty.
In fact, viewers, let's also tell you that BRS spokesperson Ravullah Sridhar Reddy also strongly criticized, condemned the attack on ALU Arjun's house, expressing shock that one of the accused had links with the Congress party. He went on to say that the Congress is encouraging such acts, calling the entire episode unacceptable. Listen in to that as well.
Strongly condemn the attack on film star ALU Arjun's house. What is more shocking is that one of the accused belongs to Congress party. He is a elected leader of their youth wing, and Congress encouraging such acts are not correct, and we strongly demand the police should take strong action on these people who have done this vandalism. Violence has no space in democracy, and especially once after the cases are filed, the film star already is facing the cases, gave his side of version, and politicizing this, going to the personal egos, is not at all correct in this kind of situation. And we strongly demand the police to take stringent action on those accused who have attacked the house of film star and bring them to punishment.
जो हीरो आया आरटीसी एक्स रोड से गाड़ी के रूफ टॉप ओपन कर दे के पूरा रोड शो बनाए। तो पहले गलती थिएटर को आने के लिए दरखास्त रखा, दरखास्त तो वापस कर दिए। दूसरे गलती रोड शो करने के लिए कुछ बोला भी नहीं। वो आरटीसी एक्स रोड बहुत हाई डेंसिटी ट्रैफिक है, क्योंकि आरटीसी एक्स रोड में 10 थिएटर है, एक नहीं है। संध्या है, सुदर्शन है, वोडियन है, इधर है, उधर है, कम से कम 10 थिएटर्स है वहां पर। तो वो 10 थिएटर के लोग आने वाले, पुलिस यही कहा कि भाई यहां पर एक थिएटर रहा तो बात अलग है, 10 थिएटर के अगर कोई फिल्म स्टार आ रहा, सुपरस्टार आ रहा बोले तो लोग जमा हो जाएंगे, गड़बड़ हो जाएंगे, ट्रैफिक के लिए भी दिक्कत हो जाएंगे। इसीलिए उनको हम परमिशन देना मना कर दिए, वो नहीं आना। दूसरी गलती, बिना परमिशन आने के बाद एक्स रोड से पहले, थिएटर से बहुत पहले वो रूफटॉप ओपन कर दे के पूरा रोड शो किए। जब ये रोड शो में वो अंदर जा रहे थे एकदम रैंपेड, मतलब इतना ये हो गए। पुलिस वाले बाद में हमारे ऑफिसर्स मुझे आके वीडियोस दिखाए, वो समय पर इतना ये हो गया, हजारों लोग इकट्ठा होकर वहां पर मैड, मतलब ऐसा ये है एक सिचुएशन, मैं बोल भी नहीं सकता हूं, वो ऐसा माहौल बन गया। उनको भी अंदर जाने के लिए बहुत तकलीफ हो गया। उनका जो प्राइवेट सिक्योरिटी है अदर देन पुलिस, आजकल फंक्शंस में बाउंसर्स बोल रहा है, तो 50-60 बाउंसर लोग सबको मारम धक्का देके हटा दिए। ये मारम धक्का में ऐसा हो गया, लोग इधर पुश कर रहे, इनका सिक्योरिटी उधर पुश कर रहे, इसमें लोग एकदम छोटे छोटे बच्चे, औरत लोग सब क्रश हो गए।
फिल्म स्टार के बारे में भी हकीकत बोल देना था साहब। क्या हकीकत थी सर? एक गलत बात यह फैलाई जा रही है कि गवर्नमेंट ने, अगर मैं गलत हूं तो आप क्लैरिफाई कर दीजिए सर। मैं ये सब्जेक्ट से हटकर है, लेकिन मैं बोल रहा हूं, मैं नाम लेना नहीं चाहता वो मशहूर फिल्म स्टार का, क्योंकि मैं अहमियत देना नहीं चाहता। लेकिन सर, मेरे इंफॉर्मेशन के हिसाब से वो फिल्म स्टार गए थिएटर को पिक्चर देखने के लिए, बैठे हुए थे, गड़बड़ हुई, उसके बाद पुलिस वाले आकर बोले कि भगदड़ हो गई, स्टैम्पेड हो गया, 2 बच्चे गिर गए हैं, एक लेडी मर गई है। तो उसके बाद में वो फिल्म स्टार पलट के ऐसा मुस्कुराते हैं और बोलते हैं अब तो पिक्चर हिट होने वाली है। और जो लोग बोल रहे हैं कि वेव कर लेते गए, सर 1-2 बच्चे स्टैम्पेड में आ गए, एक औरत मर गई, उसके बाद भी वहीं पर बैठकर पूरा पिक्चर देखकर उठकर जाते वक्त भी वो स्टैम्पेड को नहीं देखे, वो फिर गाड़ी में बैठ के ऐसा वेव कर लेते हुए गए। क्या मैं सही हूं या गलत हूं सर, आप बोलिए।
And on the same day, when Rewant Reddy and Akbaruddin Owaisi blamed ALU Arjun for the stampede, the actor came out and issued a public statement where he detailed what happened that night. He claimed that there is an attempt to character assassinate him. Listen him.
The theatre has sorted permission and I've been there, and right in front of my eyes there's police people who are clearing the way, so I was going by their direction. In fact, if there's no permission, they'll tell us that, sir, we don't have permission, please return back. And I'm a law-abiding citizen and I would have followed that. So nothing of that information was given to me. So I was following as per their guidance, and we went inside and there was a lot of crowd, and it was no road show, it was no procession. It's just crowd outside the theatre, right outside the theatre. Just a couple of maybe meters and yards outside the theatre. I just waved my hands, because that's the respect when hundreds of people come to see you. It's my basic respect that I wave my hands. Nobody even approached me, nobody communicated to me. They just said there's overcrowd outside, we have to leave right now. And I left the crowd. And after leaving the crowd, I came back home. And next day, I came to know that there was a lady and there was a child. And the lady died, very, very, very unfortunate. And I left the theatres, thinking, okay, they'll watch. Once I leave, the entire crowd clears away and everybody will be safe. I was in my purest, best intention. My intention is not to hurt anybody. My intention is to everybody come to theatres and enjoy the film. I did that for that. I live for that. That's my highest value.
And viewers, the opposition, of course, continues its question whether it is the Congress president that was behind the attack on the actor's house. We'll bring you more details in that regard. For now, it's time for a very quick break on this bulletin. Stay tuned. As Pakistan's lies are now exposed as it claims it is ready for the Champions Trophy. Real pictures only show garbage mounds and construction debris. Stay tuned to Republic.
उस दिन सनसेट देखने छज्जे पे चढ़ा, टूट गया।
हाँ, तो किसने बोला घर की दीवार पे रॉक क्लाइंबिंग करने को?
सफीना बदतमीजी।
समझ गया। मेरे पास आप दोनों की प्रॉब्लम की मेडिसिन है। इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
The cricketing world right now waits in anticipation for the Boxing Day Test match, the next Test match in the Border Gavaskar Trophy. The series currently hangs in balance, with both the teams winning one match each in the series. Both India and Australia have their eyes fixated on the World Test Championship finals, and they're in dire need to win the series to make a case for themselves. With South Africa almost certain to play the World Test Championship finals, there is only one spot up for the grabs, and the pressure keeps on mounting for both the teams. Australia are the defending champions of the WTC Mace, whereas India have featured in the finals for 2 consecutive times. As far as cricketing skills are concerned, Australians have looked like the better side, and they have put India under tremendous pressure. India's biggest concern lies with their skipper Rohit Sharma, who has not been in good nick. India are going through the hard grind in the Melbourne cricket ground. If India happen to lose the 4th Test match of the Border Gavaskar Trophy, their hopes to qualify for the WTC finals will be done and dusted. India's hopes of retaining the Border Gavaskar Trophy will also take
welcome back, viewers. Let's cut across to some breaking news that we're coming up with in connection to the world of sports. Now, former cricketer Vinod Kambli has been admitted to a hospital in Thane. The former Team India cricketer's health took a dip, and he has now been kept under observation of doctors at the Akruti Hospital. Ankit, my colleague from Republic Sports, is joining us. But before we go across to him, let's tell you, viewers, these are the pictures of Vinod Kambli from Akruti Hospital. He has been admitted there after his health deteriorated. The last time we saw Vinod Kambli in public was at an event in Mumbai where he was meeting with Sachin Tendulkar, visibly looking very frail. And these are the latest pictures doing rounds on social media showing Vinod Kambli's health in a rather poor condition. He continues to be admitted to the Akruti Hospital in Thane.